I am Shelby Giles, and I'm here once again with my mental monologue. Today's topic, we're talking about guns and gun control and the gun laws. So, with me is my guest, Chris. Please introduce yourself, sir, to the audience.
Well, hello there. I'm Chris Hackala, a amateur, mild professional gun enthusiast and historian.
Excellent. How long have you been doing this enthusiasm and living it up?
Ever since about age 2, when I received my first book of firearms.
Did you have a firearm at age 2?
I've yet to ever own a firearm.
You never owned a firearm, but yet you are a firearm enthusiast.
Absolutely.
Explain why.
Nobody would ever let me have one.
I'm saying, so your purpose of being a gun enthusiast is no one's ever let you have a gun, so now you think it's an issue worth fighting for.
Well, I mean, it's not. It literally just of the sense of I was never able to get one, and now I'm old enough now that I can buy one myself, but I just haven't taken the time to.
Shotguns, you can buy them at
Yes.
age 18 or
Yeah.
whatnot.
I don't have a state ID though.
Would you buy a double barrel, or what would it be, a hot six, or what?
I would try and get probably a Winchester 97, 12 gauge.
So, with that weapon of choice, what would you do with it?
Shoot shit.
What shit would you shoot?
Targets.
What targets would you shoot?
Whatever I found laying around.
Oh,
Sticks, fruit,
you wouldn't
cans.
shoot animals.
I'd hunt, yeah.
What would you hunt for?
Whitetail, birds. Maybe a moose if I felt ballsy enough.
With all the gun control laws, trying to take away weapons from American people, which I think is a bad thing of the way America's been
Ban
going.
idiots, not guns.
So you say ban the idiots, not the guns. The Second Amendment was put there to keep our protection from the government in case it revolts against us.
Exactly. We should have in-step availability of firearms to every extent, even of the military. I mean, who's to say we shouldn't have military grade arms? What is to even say? What is a military grade arm?
Well, wouldn't a tank be military grade arm?
You can buy a tank.
But the whole point of it is you can't drive it down the American streets.
Yes, you can.
You can drive tanks down the street.
As long as the gun has been removed and you put rubber treads on it, yes, you can legally drive that son of a bitch down the street through the goddamn McDonald's drive-through.
I'm fucking clueless then, man. Sorry, I'm trying to host the show, people.
But at the same time, when you can do that, a suppressor on a firearm that does it only lowers it does not turn it into a James Bond. That is, it's doable, but a regular suppressor simply lowers the firing noise to a safe level where you don't need ear protection.
You don't have that ringing anymore.
But you still have to go through bending over and opening up your butthole for Uncle Sam so he can check around, and then paying him a little $2,000 fee to get your tax stamp.
So then, what would you do to get rid of all the limitations and
remove every form of gun control put in place?
How would you make the people feel safe that wanted those gun controls?
Get a gun. Your mental safety and security is not any concern of mine.
But the people that fear these guns, they're going to try to eliminate this whole, ban all gun laws. And, what would be your argument to, stop them from...
Let's fight it out.
You want to shoot it out, you mean?
If it comes down to that, we'll see who has more guns.
So, sir, you're saying.
I'm saying we should just round them all up, and no, I'm just kidding.
But no, so what is the strong opinion you have?
We got to eliminate all from the very beginning of Crookshanks versus I can't remember what state at the time. The first gun legislation put in place in this country in the South in the late 1800s to keep firearms out of the hands of voting blacks to institute Jim Crow. I mean, yeah, do you think segregation would have been nearly as possible or as easy if there had been a bunch of armed black people?
Huh. That's pretty damn amazing, man. I did not know this.
Yes, most people don't realize that the history of gun legislation in this country is racist at heart.
Well, of course, because wasn't Samuel Colt himself a racist? And he created the handgun, to actually shoot slaves that run away faster.
No, I mean they just we've been trying to figure out better ways to kill each other long before even the idea of slavery. That was just.
Well, Samuel Colt. I heard this story before about the slaves revolting, and so they made the handgun.
The handgun was made. Really, the origin of the revolver, as we know it in that period, was the Texas Rangers, who were on horseback and needed a better way to fire with. And then imagine trying. So back in those days, it was you fired, and then you had to bring the gun down, put the powder in, and put the bullet in, and then take the stick and fucking ram it in there. Think how hard that would be to do galloping on the back of a horse versus that guy over there who's on horseback and has 2 Colt Walkers, so that's 12 shots. Bam, 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 bam. You're basically a Terminator of the period. So that's really where and handguns have been around ever. I mean, it really wasn't that big of a leap to think, well, what if we make this small enough to put in your pocket? I mean, there are, even looking back far into the matchlock days of, the 12 and 1300s, there were pistols.
Well, yeah, they had the big old ball, pistol, and one shot type of thing.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah. But
the revolver is simply the next logical evolution of that.
Well, the bullets itself is the evolution. Because now you got multiple bullets that can fire out of guns, and now without the whole spinning thing like in a revolver, it's all automatic. The only things they jam, so they're no good.
Automatics do not jam nearly as much as you think they do.
Oh, yes, they do.
A poorly maintained automatic, possibly.
Look, automatics jam because you got to pull the cock it back, and you don't really have to because when you start shooting, it does it itself. But the whole thing is,
each
bullets
one
get
is
stuck
different.
in the chamber a lot easier with an automatic than it does with a revolver.
Well, that sounds like an inferior ammunition problem.
No, I guarantee you.
I mean, are you talking about like stovepiping?
No, I'm just mean like you pull,
squib load and the bullet.
Let's say you go like this, right? Bang, the gun is jammed. Why? Because when you cock back, an extra bullet came up, you see, and it got caught up in the damn chamber.
No, you got okay. What kind of automatic are we talking?
We talking about a regular cheap ass automatic.
Well, that middle word right there. that is the reason why that happens.
Well, either way, okay.
No.
My point is this:
automatic, a good automatic
compared to like a 357 Magnum.
Okay, well, yeah, a 357. It doesn't. A revolver does not have the ability to really jam.
How would you convince the American people to buy firearms and to drop gun laws?
The only person that can truly be responsible for your safety is yourself.
Amen.
That's the only way.
Well, thank you, Chris, for sitting here with this lovely gun conversation. I hope you all paid very close attention, even though it was very stupid. And yeah, hopefully we got you thinking about guns and gun laws. Peace be with you all, and blessings upon you. Until next time.